Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match preview. It's Everton versus West Ham. I am joined by John Blaine, Chairman of the Shareholders Association and part of Everton Business Matters. Check the podcast out for that. It is fantastic. Intelligent men, unlike me and Ped. We're here to talk about this game on Sunday. John, it's a game I feel as though we have to win.
Well, we should win.
And we should win, although our injury list seems to be growing.
Yeah, I was looking at that
daily.
It's quite long, isn't it?
It's quite extensive. Obviously, we'll have to wait for Marco's press conference tomorrow for an update on. We're hoping the likes of Bernard will be available. We're hoping that Theo Walcott will be available. We know he's suffering a little bit with a rib injury.
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at. I think this was in the Echo. I think Jagielka, Gomez, Gay, Bernard, Seamus, of course, because of his poor. Ireland are good for us, aren't they?
Ireland v Wales is
DCL,
great.
but that's just they say a knock. Mina, what's going on with Mina? It's the longest minor injury in history, isn't it? Then you got Theo, and obviously Michael Keane won't be ready yet.
No, and Richarlison suspended, of course. So we're without a lot of those players who would probably be in our first team or pushing, most certainly. But it's still, after the disappointments of Huddersfield, it's still a game we have to look to be winning, don't we?
Well, it's the end of the beginning in some respects, isn't it? Because we thought we had a so-called, on paper, certainly a gentler start than we had last year.
Yeah.
And we haven't fully exploited that because we should be top, really. We should have won all 4 games. So we need to make sure we win our second game of the season, really.
I think it's, for me,
the league anyway.
Yeah, the league. I think when I look now, I mean, West Ham, I've done a tactics thing for Peyton to have a look, just a little one on West Ham. I was looking at some of the goals they've conceded, and I think for us the opportunity is there. They've lost all their opening 4 matches, of course. They've scored a couple of goals, they've let 10 in, so they're quite open. I think the problems have been, but we are, so there you go, and it could be a game with goals in quite easily. I think their midfield looks quite slow. Obviously you've got Jack Wilshere, who's a very good footballer, but he isn't quick. They've had Carlos Sanchez in there, who's a bit hit and miss. They've had Mark Noble in there, who's quite slow, and that's an area I think Everton can exploit. And if we had Walcott and we had Richarlison, I'd be really, really comfortable. Who would you play on the left? Obviously the Huddersfield game last time out, we had Dominic Calvert-Lewin there, and I don't think that's his best position, of course. He's a centre forward. Who would you go for down the left, assuming that obviously Bernard is unavailable?
That's a good question, isn't it? I mean, Digne adds value down there, so he has pace.
Yeah.
But when you say left, you mean what, in a 4-3-3 or something? Or,
well, I suppose.
Or you're saying, well, is it Walcott and Lookman?
It's Lookman, Walcott, isn't it? I suppose.
I mean, Lookman didn't do much when he appeared last time, did he?
No, and he wasn't very good for the 21s either, but I believe
wasn't he? I don't
know.
So it's whether you persevere with that. We have some pace around. Clearly Walcott might be injured, mightn't he? So you have to assume, I guess, if Walcott is injured, then Lookman's going to get a look in.
He's going to play anyway.
So it's really, I don't know. That's a long-winded way of saying I don't know. I guess you asked me because you don't know.
Yeah, well, there's options, isn't it? You can either play Oumar Niasse out there. He played out there for him for Hull, but
no,
he's more of an impact sub, Oumar. So, providing Walcott passes a fitness test, then you could have Lookman out off the left, or like you just said there, Lucas Digne could play ahead of Leighton Baines.
That's what I meant.
And that way we would still get the width, because he was very, very good against Huddersfield. He gets wide, he puts deliveries into the box. We could play that way. Obviously Gylfi can play out there, but it's not his best position either. But it's obviously an area where you look at, and a few weeks ago you were looking and going, there's Richarlison, there's Lookman, there's Bernard.
Well, that shows the miss of the silliness that Richarlison did, isn't it?
Yeah.
We were talking off camera a few minutes ago, weren't we? I mean, we know he only played a limited number of games until he managed to get himself sent off, but he was scoring a goal every 70 minutes. And that left side was tied up, wasn't it? And really gave the opposition challenges. And that was with Leighton there as well, with Digne behind him. It'd perhaps be even more powerful. And then we had Walcott having fun on the right hand side, and we could go into the weekend with neither of them. And then you talk about they lack pace, so do we then, because then you're into, well, Tosin's leading the line, Schneiderlin's in midfield, Gay's probably not going to play. It starts then not to put pressure on, but starts asking more of players like Sigurdsson and like Davis, for example, who can be ball carriers and perhaps, you know, push forward in a way that opens it up a little bit and creates some space. Because I think Tosin will score goals if he gets chances.
He will. I mean, that's been it.
But it's going to be in and around the box, really.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, me and Ped were talking the other day about Jens Tosin, and it was he's spending too much of his time outside the penalty area because because he likes to play and he wants to get involved. Where he does his best work for me in the box around the penalty spot, and I think we've got to get him in these. I highlighted the third Arsenal goal against West Ham, and Arsenal had 5 men in the box and West Ham had 4 defenders, but 3 of the defenders went to the front post, so there was 3 Arsenal players in the middle of the goal unmarked when Danny Welbeck scored. So they are leaving gaps. It's can we exploit them? Liverpool ran all over West Ham with direct running,
and that's what we need.
And I think that's why I'm hoping Theo can at least play an hour of the game just to get him, because this is the team he scored most against as well.
Oh, is it really?
He's got 6 goals against
West Ham.
So he likes them. So he likes West Ham. And I suppose if we could manage, I mean, I don't know how he is. It was a rib injury. You could tell against Huddersfield he wasn't quite on it. And then obviously he had to come off. But if he can be available, then I think it gives us that opportunity, because obviously we've lost the influence of Seamus. I know he hasn't started the season very well, Seamus Coleman, but he's good at getting forward.
Well, so John Joe's okay.
John Joe's good. That's a big strength of John Joe Kenny's game, is getting forward. But he started off like that, carrying his form from the 23s into the first team. But then, when Koeman went, and then
we haven't really seen him under Silva.
No, we haven't. The only game we've seen him under really was the Rotherham game, and he was very good actually.
Indeed,
played really well.
But if you try and fast forward and say, well, we're assuming that's John Joe Kenny, because I can't see him going at 3 at the back and having Holgate in. I wouldn't personally put Holgate in at right back anyway. I think he's done enough to earn the right to be a centre back at the moment. Albeit,
I don't think we've got 3 centre backs.
Exactly. Well, that's right. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, Ty'd do a job as a defender at right back. But if we have John Joe and we got Digney on the other side, we're going to have 2 guys who can put the ball in. They can through movement rather than necessarily all about pace. Get that yard to put the ball in. But then it looks like at the moment we'd just be relying on Tosin to get on the end of them. So what you're saying from the way West Ham have played previously is we want to get men in the box. We want to show some movement and pull it. I don't know, who is their defenders? Are they still
well, at the moment,
are they?
They've got Fabian Balbuena in at the moment, who's they brought in, who's played quite well. He's been one of their, statistically wise, he's been one of their best players. But they've got Issa Diop, who we were linked with, who hasn't had a very good start to the season at all. Obviously, they've got Fredericks and Zabaleta have been going at the right side. Fredericks is quick, Zabaleta's not. And then they've had Cresswell on the left, who I actually think's a good player, Aaron Cresswell, but again he leaves gaps. If we haven't got the players who can exploit those gaps, that's where the game becomes more of a 50-50 game. But I think for West Ham going forward, they're a threat. They've got Felipe Anderson, who they brought from Lazio, who's quite quick. Arnautovic, who's their top scorer.
He's always been great.
And he's a handful. He has, hasn't he? He's a handful. And obviously you've got Javier Hernandez as well, Chicharito, to come off the bench. He's quite lively as well. So we're going to have to watch the other way. But I'm comfortable with Zuma having Arnautovic. I'd be very comfortable with that pace, strong Zuma, that he can cope with the physicality.
And Mason's got pace anyway.
And who?
Mason.
And Mason as well. So you've got 2 centre backs who are quick. So we're okay there.
Centre mid where we're gonna.
But that's going to be where we get. But then again, like I've just said, right at the top there, they haven't got the quickest players. Not going to run all over us.
Got this.
But they've got Jack Wilshere, who's very clever on the ball.
Yeah,
and then that's where
Noel's got experience.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, as it always is, it's going to be individual, battles, if you like.
Yeah.
And I think we need to start on the front foot. I mean, we started really slow last time out and suffered as a consequence. This very slow, methodical, let's keep the ball. We've seen that before, haven't we?
Yeah.
But I mean, have confidence. Because I think perhaps West Ham will get confidence from the sense of the length of our injury list or players. So unusually, we're going to have again that thing on Sunday afternoon thinking, oh, what's the team going to be? Is Silva doing his thing on Friday, is he?
Friday, apparently, his press conference.
So that's another day or so for them to see.
So we'll know a little bit more when he's done the press conference. But obviously, we're hoping he's going to say Bernard's available, Walcott's available. And if those two are available, and I mean, it'd be ideally Garner would be available as well. Yeah. But if Walcott and Bernard are available, then at least it's a big boost. It's one. Because even though Bernard, if he's fit, I should imagine he'd be sub anyway. But it's just good to have that experience in the squad.
It is, yeah. I think it's another game, going back to, I think the last time I was on, I said the same thing. I think my missus Teresa asks me every time, and, 2-goal victory is par, I think. Again, we're still in that mode, aren't we, where we still, I do anyway, still expect that we will concede. But who knows whether we've sorted zonal out during the break? Yeah.
Well, it's it's the thing that we said the other week, and it's that again, just going back to the tactic stuff I'd done the other day on zonal. If you go and win the first header, it's not an issue, right. And that's what again, just to with the risk of repeating myself. Like Liverpool when they got Van Dijk and he goes and meets the ball, and the best defender Spurs have it with Alderweireld goes and meets the first ball, and you can defend. The zone is fine, but I think we said last time when you were on, John, and we were talking about it, it's players reacting, and that's the thing. Our players aren't reacting quick enough.
They're spectating.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or the kind of just going, this is my zone, and whoever comes in, if someone moves, someone will pick them. You've got to be alive.
I think they need some circular zones or triangular ones rather than square ones, because they're all standing in a line. And as you say, they're making it easy for the opposition for a well taken dead ball, and they're not attacking the flight. And of course, the attacker you can see it. Well, they all are in their blue shirts lined up, waiting. Yeah, and that's how we've conceded those goals. It's
a run to the near post. It's happened in
the flick
in all of the games, and it's a flick. Came off Calvert-Lewin. Last time out. So it was probably a foul, but the run to that post covered it. Bournemouth. The equaliser was a run to the post. The problem I had, and what I said the other day, was the only, in terms of the corners, Tosin and Sigurdsson have been standing either side of the near of the front post. I don't think they need to be there.
No.
So what you've got is you've got Jordan Pickford, and then you've got Cenk Tosin and Gylfi Sigurdsson, or either way.
Move them out.
Then you've got a line, which is zone A, which is the proper line.
Yeah.
Then you've got nothing, and then you've got the likes of Huddersfield. You had Coleman, you had Tom Davies running with runners for movement. That's fine, 2 of them, but they've got 4 in that area.
But we're also bringing everyone back as well.
So what you need to do is, what I would do rather, is put Tosin and Sigurdsson in zone 2.
What's zone 2?
Which is, assume zone 1 is the 6-yard box line.
So
zone 2 is forward of that, the penalty spot, and zone 3 is the edge of the box. So what a lot of teams, or what Huddersfield done last time out, was stand around the penalty spot. So there was 4 of them, and there was Coleman and Davis.
They're in zone 2.
The edge of zone 3 they are.
Yeah, 2/3. Our zone 1 guys have got nothing to do.
No, they're there. So zone 2 is free, and what that then does is allows people to run and get now if you've got the best way for zonal, and the way Barcelona did
block the runs.
It's block the run. Just
absolutely.
Someone to block it up.
Absolutely.
You can't foul them, but you might make them check the run, which then gives your best header the opportunity to clear it. And I think if Everton tighten that up, and listen, I've looked at it, and that's what I've seen. I'm quite sure Marco knows what he's doing.
Probably got better tech than you as well.
Well, yeah, slightly better tech than I have. Mine just keep pausing the video and looking at it. Hopefully we'll sort that out, because I think if you just do something even that basic, it's giving you the opportunity to go and win that header.
Do you think we can win 1-0?
No.
That's the point, yeah. That's why I say, 2 goals is par, and it becomes a consequence, doesn't it? If we anticipate that we may concede, because despite what you've just said, and you would think that Marco's been doing that now since the summer, and it's not getting there yet, and then we're changing the parts as well, because Zuma's just come in and what have you. But the whole benefit of zonal is that you practice zonal, and you can plug and play and take players out, and they all know what to do. Is that we're going to have to score 3 goals if we concede one. And unless Tosin starts scoring, if the guys with pace, we know Richarlison cannot play, and if Walcott's injured, then you start struggling then to say, well, where are the goals going to come from?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's what this little injury crisis, if we want to call it that, is exposing is the shallowness of the squad in quality terms, you know, and that's what Brands and Silver have had to deal with, really. Course, that we had lots of muchness, if you will, and it just exposes how different a team we are with pace on both wings,
massively,
particularly of Richarlison, because he's building a reputation. He's getting men around him, which should free people up elsewhere.
Of course, and
I don't think yet in the season we've seen us benefit as a collective from the space that's created.
No.
So that's where you know, Sigurdsson should be finding himself with time on the ball. Tom should be finding himself where he can carry the ball. And the like. And you know, and Lookman, I don't know, it's one of those, I don't know if we said it on camera last time, but to my mind, in the past, he's never really done it when he started games. And perhaps I should have watched some Leipzig games and see what was going on in those games that allowed him to show his quality.
It's
really.
A bit, regardless of...
It's a different league, and
regardless of whether he's happy here or not, it's his big chance now.
Well, he's had a few times on the pitch now,
exactly,
so, and he knows he's here till January.
Exactly, so what you do is you make sure that if he really wants to get away from Everton, I don't know whether he does, but if he really does, what you do is you make sure that Leipzig come in for you in January, and the best way to do that is by tearing it up every week. So he's got an opportunity now. Richarlison will play at Arsenal, barring if he's fit, he will play.
Well, Brazil have kept him fit.
So therefore, Lookman's literally got Sunday for his audition. So he has got to go out there Sunday and take that by the scruff of the neck and go, right, it's all on me today, and put in the cross like he did against Huddersfield. The one thing he did do against Huddersfield, he beat a couple and put a lovely little cross in, a Gylfi really should have got on the end of it. Other than that, he didn't do a thing in half an hour, so he's got to get in the game. This is an opportunity where he's quick, Lookman, these aren't the greatest at tracking back.
But let's get him on the ball, assuming he's going to get some airtime, but let's get him on the ball where he can use that pace, you know, like he's done at Anfield, for example, where
of course,
backtracking defenders and stuff like that. And hopefully the man management piece that's been done on him is we've got 3 wingers with pace. One was a bit emotional, has just had 3 games out. The other one historically can be a bit hit and miss from a form perspective, and perhaps needs to be used a bit more sparingly anyway, age and all those, and Walcott. You look like you didn't know which one I was talking about then.
No, I'm just thinking.
And therefore he's always going to be on the bench.
He's got enough,
he's always going to get minutes. And as you say, those little cameos will raise his confidence if he scores a goal or he creates a goal, and so on. But just because of that lack of depth that we currently have, the game is perhaps more of a worry than it should be. You know, I'm a half full person, but even I'm thinking, typically Everton, isn't it? You know, they've lost 4 on the bounce and then they come to Goodison. You know, and
we've got
and they'll come for a draw, won't they?
Of course,
you know, they'll see not losing as a starting point for them. So they'll be robust. And again, you know, goals change games. So the first goal, if it's for us, will be really, really important. If they get one, you can see them bunkering down. And
well, it's about us stretching them, isn't it? I mean, he could surprise us all and go 4-4-2. You see, because he has done that before. Indeed, he could throw Nias alongside Tosin and go,
just see what happens.
Let's put these aren't very good at the back. Let's put them under as much pressure.
And particularly as Nias is the sort of animal, is he not? That, you know, he's very enthusiastic, he runs around a lot.
He's not going to give you time.
You know, and if they're feeling a bit uncomfortable and they lack a bit of mobility, pace, whatever you want to call it, then he is not going to give them time. And the goalies can't be feeling great either, can they? Because they're conceding goals. So
it's going to be an interesting one. It is. I mean, no, I'm still confident. I think.
I expect to win. Absolutely.
I expect us to beat them comfortably, and I think from then, you know, we try and it's another week then to try and get everybody a bit closer when we go to Arsenal for like, obviously it's going to be on paper the hardest game we've had this season, when you look at it, given that they're a team that will probably be in the top 6 or certainly fighting for that. So yeah, let's see. Let's go for a 3-1 home win
again.
2-0 would be lovely. 2-0
clean sheet would be good.
Would be lovely. A clean sheet to boost everybody. That's it. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Are you a bit nervous about this game? Obviously, West Ham have never lost 5 Premier League games on the run. So
first time for everything.
There you go. Hopefully. And let's hope that Walcott and the rest are fit for Sunday. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It only takes a second. If you want more videos, join us on Patreon. Big thanks to John Blaine for coming in to preview this. Check him out on Everton Business Matters, and he's at John B
at John_B58.
On Twitter, give him a follow.
Cheers, guys.
See you later.